Hi, how you doing? Genesis chapter 4. I like to get on today. Maybe chapter 5. I got fit in this time frame. Okay, Genesis chapter 4. And Cain knew Eve and his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and it was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of the flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offerings, but unto Cain and to his offerings he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou dost well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou dost not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel. When they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Now, first of all, you got to learn how to kill people, or be possessed how to kill people. One or two. Either way, Cain was under one of these two influences, because God made Adam and Eve. They didn't know nothing about that. Good and evil does not constitute murder. So somebody had to teach him, or he was possessed at the time. That will explain why he was getting smart with God when he said, and Cain talked to Abel, and he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother blood cried to me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. I'm sorry. And Cain talked, chapter 8, and Cain talked with Abel and his son and his brother. It came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel and his brother, and slew them. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Getting smart with God. And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried out to me from the ground, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hands. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. How you going to be a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth? There's only Adam and Eve, and Cain and Abel, and Cain slew Abel, and there's only 3 people on the planet. There had to be more people there. And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond on earth, and it shall come to pass that anyone that findeth me shall slay me. Anyone that findeth me shall slay me. Ho! There's only 3 people on the earth. Who? And the Lord said unto him, Therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enosh, and he built a city call the name of the city after the name of his son Enosh. First of all, Cain went to the land of Nod. I skipped that part. Cain went to the land of Nod, and Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Cain on the east of Eden. Who established Nod? You had to have somebody with a name to name a city or a country on the east of the Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enosh, and he built a city and called his name of the city after the name of his son Enosh. There you go. And unto Enosh was born Ared, and Ared began Mahujael, and Mahujael began Methuselah, and Methuselah began Lamech, and Lamech took unto his 2 wives. The name of the one was Adad, and the name of the other Zillah, and Adad bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwelled in the tent, of such as have cattle. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handled the harp of the organs. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artifact in brass and iron, and sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives Adah and Zillah, Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech. For I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged 7-fold, truly Lamech 70 and 7-fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called himself named Seth. For God said, she have appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enosh. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord. In prayer. When Seth came, he started praying, calling the name of the Lord. This is the book of the generations of Adam. And the day that God created man in likeness of God made he him, male, female created he them, blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. Adam lived 130 years, and begot sons in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he begot Seth were 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years, and got Enosh. And Seth lived after begot Enosh 870 years, and got sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enosh lived 90 years, and got Canaan. And Enosh lived after God Canaan 815 years, and began sons and daughters. And all the days of Enosh was 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and got Nahalal. And Canaan lived after the begotten Nahalal 840 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years, and begot Jared. Mahalalel lived after he begot Jared 830 years, and begot sons and daughters. All the days of Mahalalel were 195 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begot Enosh. And Jared lived after he begot Enosh 800 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. Enos lived 65 years and begot Methuselah. And Enos walked with God after he begot Methuselah 3 years and begot sons and daughters. Now, these people actually walked with God. It's not walking in faith of God like church tradition. They literally, side to side, walked with God. Because God, in my other video, said he walked in the garden. They mean into a new who thing in the church. In all the days of Enos were 365 years. Enos walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Meaning God took him in a spacecraft. And Methuselah lived 180 and 70 years and got Lamech. Methuselah lived after God Lamech 708 and 2 years, and we got sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and got a son. And he called his name Noah, saying, "This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of all our hand, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed." And Lamech lived after we got Noah 595 years, and we got sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old. And Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And basically, since I don't have enough time, I'm gonna have to cut this a little short. So take care.